What's really good? We are back with another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. I really hope you guys had a great Christmas. I flew back to California to spend time with my family. I tried to make videos there, but I didn't. It's like I underestimated how convenient it is to live alone. I live alone in my house, but when I was visiting my mom, she lives in a one-bedroom apartment, and my brothers were there, and you know, I'm in the bedroom, one of my brothers is in there making noise. I'm in the living room, my mom's in there on her computer or watching TV. I didn't have any privacy. I didn't have anywhere I could sit down and make a video, which is why I was gone. I didn't even get to make a video or stream, or I didn't even get to even stream. Like, there was nowhere I could do it at. So I'm not taking my one bedroom apartment that I live alone in for granted anymore, right? I cherish it. I cherish the solitude that I live in, okay? Anyways, I'm not even narrating the battle. You know what? I might not even narrate this battle. I'm just trying to talk to you guys, man. I really hope you guys had a great Christmas. New Year's is coming up. I am back now, so I'm going to be uploading daily. I'm going to be streaming again starting tomorrow. I'm not going to stream today. I just want to, you know, relax and stuff today. But I did want to get you guys a battle. Battling Volp again. I battled this guy a lot because he's actually one of the only people that's always available and competent. Sometimes I don't always get the combination of the two, but I have Mudsdale on this team, and I really wanted to show it off. I also have Salazzle on this team, but Salazzle, you guys will see what happens to Salazzle. Anyways, at this point, I'm just trying to make sure that I get my hazards up. So that's exactly what I do as he goes for the Nature's Madness. I hope you guys saw what happened before this because I really don't remember. I'm just trying to narrate this battle, man. Here, though, he makes a very questionable play. Now, he goes for the Superpower. Not quite sure why when I could have easily just gone for the Brave Bird and destroyed him, especially after the Superpower. But what I did here was I went for the Whirlwind because in my mind, I was like, there's just no way he's going to go for the Superpower here. But he does. And he takes some more Rocky Helmet damage. And I Whirlwind him out to his Muck, which is actually the perfect thing for me to Whirlwind him out to because this Pokemon cannot kill me. I can actually get a Roost off and be at full HP, but I am expecting to lose my Rocky Helmet here after he goes for the knockoff. So that's fine. I really did not expect him to go for the Superpower. I could have easily taken out a Tapu Bulu, like with a blink of an eye with a Brave Bird. But either way, I'm going to go for the Roost. He's going to knock off my Rocky Helmet, take some damage himself. I did make that prediction earlier in the battle. I knew his Muck would come in, so I did burn it. So it is burned. So Alolan Muck is actually really good. I hate it. It's like, it doesn't die easily. It hits very hard. It's just an annoying Pokemon to deal with. It's insanely good. And nobody really thought it was going to be that great. It's just a bulky, annoying Pokemon, though. I'm not quite sure how good it'll be in Pokebank OU, but right now in VGC even it's good. It's just a good Pokemon, honestly, in general. But I'm going to Roost again here, and I'm going to switch directly to my Delmise because I don't want him to set up his rocks for free. I want to be able to Rapid Spin them away if I need to. I have an Assault Vest on that thing, so even if he has the Dark Pulse, I should be able to take a few hits. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to switch out, go to my Delmise, because I know the Stealth Rocks are probably coming. I do have that Gyarados and Salazzle in the back, and even the Marowak, so I definitely cannot have the rocks up. So yeah, he is going to go for the Stealth Rocks here, of course. And I'm just going to go for the Rapid Spin, like I said. But he has the Dark Pulse, and despite this thing being extremely bulky, even if you put max bulk on Necrozma, he still has a lot of special attack, and it's actually crazy. Like, he has pretty much, like, I don't know, like he has as much special attack as a Starmie would have with max special attack EVs and you know, like a neutral nature. It's pretty crazy. So his Dark Pulse is gonna chunk me pretty hard. I'm gonna go for the Rapid Spin, get the rocks out of there. I was kind of hesitant to stay in and go for a Shadow Claw because I need this Delmise pretty badly. Because it's my spin blocker as well as my Rapid Spinner. So if he does decide to bring in his Starmie later on and go for the Rapid Spin, if I don't have my Delmise, I can't really stop him from doing it. But the Shadow Claw does about half, so right there I know that he's not a defensive Necrozma, because if he was defensive he wouldn't take so much damage from it. But here he's going to go for another Dark Pulse and actually flinch me, which is pretty annoying. But this is going to force me to go for Rapid Spin here, because if he goes for the Stealth Rocks and I go for the Shadow Claw, he'll guaranteed have his rocks up for the rest of the battle. So I went for the rabbit spin, but it doesn't really matter because he went for the dark pulse anyways. So I just lost my rabbit spinner and my spin blocker. So that's not good. I'm kind of on tilt now because he got that flinch. I really wish he didn't get that flinch. Now here, my reasoning, this is probably not the best idea, honestly, but my reasoning here was, okay, so he has two choices he can make. He can either kill me or he can go for the stealth rocks again. If he goes for the stealth rocks again, I'm gonna have my Salazzle alive. If he goes straight for the psychic, he's gonna kill my Salazzle, but then I'll be able to revenge kill him, and hopefully he won't be able to get his rocks up later on. So I do trade my Salazzle for the fact that he won't be able to get up his rocks again. But I kind of regretted him just, I kind of regretted losing my Salazzle that early because I really wanted to use it, and it actually did pretty well against the rest of his team, except for that Starmie, of course. But I think I'm faster than Starmie, and I can probably do a lot of damage to it with a Sludge Wave. So kind of bummed that my Salazzle died so easily. It's so frail. It just died instantly to a single Psychic, man. Insanity. He doesn't even have any special attack investment. But here I'm gonna go for the Life Orbed Waterfall and actually do a ton of damage to that Starmie. Here I assumed he would go for the Rapid Spin, but it goes for the Recover. Now I'm not quite sure if he expected me to switch out. I'm not quite sure if he thought he would be safe if he went for the Recover. But I can pretty much tell that this Starmie isn't really defensive. So what I'm gonna do now is go for the Dragon Dance, and I actually carry the Crunch on this thing. Crunch isn't really that common on normal Gyarados, so maybe he wasn't expecting it. But I am going to go for the Crunch here and actually kill him in one hit after the Dragon Dance, because a +1 Crunch is actually very powerful on a Life Orb Gyarados, because Gyarados' attack stat is just very high in general. So he actually wasn't able to Rabbit Spin the rocks away. So that's good for me. He's actually going to go out to his Tapu Bulu Bow! I don't have anything that can kill this thing in one hit. I don't have Ice Fang or Bounce or anything like that. I actually have Earthquake and Crunch and Waterfall. So he actually resists every single one of my moves. So what I'm going to do now is just switch out and go out to McDareth. Caca Bird Gang! And he's not going to be able to do anything to this thing. So this is going to give me all the power here. I can go for Brave Bird freely and hit anything that comes in for at least neutral damage. And he is actually going to switch out here. He's going to go out to his Silvally. And Silvally is I don't know. Silvally is a weird Pokemon. I thought it was trash. After using it myself, I feel like it's very good in certain situations. But I still don't know how I feel about this Pokemon. And his Silvally is actually going to be a Fire type, so he's going to take 25% from the Stealth Rocks. Not too bad, because the Brave Bird is actually going to do quite a chunk. I'd say about 30-35%, I'd say. So that's clean. So what I'm going to do now is switch to my Marowak, because he can't really touch Marowak with anything that he has, as far as I know. I don't know what moves this thing gets. I know it doesn't really get any strong ground moves. It probably gets Rock Slide. But seeing that he's the Fire Silvally, I knew that he's most likely going to be specially based. And he actually does end up going for the Flamethrower, and it actually does a pretty big chunk to me considering I resist it. But the Grassy Terrain is going to negate that a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is just go straight for the Flare Blitz, because I'm pretty certain that he'll end up going for the Parting Shot, just to lower my attack a little bit before he switches out. And I'm pretty certain that the standard set on Fire Silvally is Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Parting Shot, which gives it perfect type coverage. But, you know, it gets a lot of moves. This Pokemon gets a lot of moves because it's supposed to be a little Arceus clone. So I don't actually know what he has. I was just pretty confident that he'd go for the Parting Shot. So what this is going to allow me to do is go for the Flare Blitz, take this Muck out, get up out of here. You got to go. And I guess I was still powerful enough to actually kill it with the attack drop, because Mutts don't really use, they don't really invest in defense that much. So if anything, he'd be HP invested and maybe attack invested, maybe a little bit in special defense. So the +1, the -1 Flare Blitz is still going to be strong enough to take it out. Now here I fully expected the Dark Pulse, but I guess he thought it would be more important to get up his rocks, which, he might be right, he might be wrong, I don't know. I think he might have benefited more if he just straight up took out my Marowak, but I'm not quite sure, honestly. Either way, I go for the Shadow Bone and take it out. Stealth Rocks at this, this late in the battle, yeah, he's gonna be taking 25% off my Gyarados and my Marowak when they do come in, but I'm not quite sure if it was worth it or not at this point. He could have just taken a gigantic chunk off of my my Marowak there, so I don't know. But here he's gonna bring back in his Silvally, And he actually has the Pocket Draco Meteor. Now, this is pretty cool because I believe Silvally is the only Pokemon that isn't a dragon that gets Draco Meteor, besides maybe the event Jirachi and maybe Arceus. I don't know if Arceus gets it. But I know the only other Pokemon that isn't a dragon is the event Jirachi. But because he's actually not a dragon, it's not going to be that powerful. It actually did far less damage than I would have expected. Which is pretty funny. But he's going to go out to his Tapu Bulu now. Just go straight for the Wood Hammer. Wood Hammer in grassy terrain should definitely be strong enough to take me out at this point. But I don't know. His last Pokemon is Scizor. And I really wanted to use Mudsdale in this battle. And he hasn't come out yet. So, you know what? I'm going to do it. So basically at this point, all he has left is Tapu Bulu and Scizor. So if I really wanted to, I could easily just send out my Skarmory, click Roost, and stall both of these Pokemon out very easily. But I'm not going to do that because Mudsdale is sitting waiting in the back. So what I'm going to do, instead of just doing the smart thing, I'm going to do the thing I want to do, okay? Which is wait for the grassy terrain to end and then send out my Mudsdale and try to win the battle, okay? Now that's not a good idea because I'm pretty sure that Scizor is a Mega Scizor, meaning that he could easily just set up a whole bunch of Swords Dances and do way too much damage for me to deal with. But I don't care. Mudsdale's coming out, all right? He's coming out. He ain't on the thumbnail for nothing, all right? But yeah, here's the Scizor. But Scizor actually doesn't get superpower or anything that I need to worry about with my Skarmory right now, yet until Pokebank comes out. But here I'm going to go out to my Gyarados just to lower that thing's attack because I know for a fact he's going to go for the Swords Dance because that's his only play. If he doesn't go for Swords Dance, he has absolutely no chance of winning whatsoever. But like I said, I literally had a Skarmory out. I switched out to my Gyarados. Like I could have just clicked the Roost and proceeded to wall this thing to, you know, Kingdom Come and install it out and damage it with Brave Bird. But yeah, what I'm gonna do instead is go out to my Gyarados, intimidate it, watch him Swords Dance, go for a Waterfall, try to do some damage. I'm pretty sure a +3 Bullet Punch will be able to kill me from where I'm at. I questioned it, but I was pretty certain. The Waterfall still did a ton of damage. Luckily for him, he doesn't flinch either. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why he questioned it. Scizor is ridiculously strong. If he is actually adamant with max attack, there's absolutely no way I'm not dying to this Bullet Punch. But either way, I just wanted to get Mudsdale in. So this is good for me because I'm pretty sure the grassy terrain is going to end on this turn. So it couldn't have gone any better than this. I wanted this to happen. I wanted him to kill my Gyarados on the turn that grassy terrain was going to end, because now that the grassy terrain is gone, I can freely use Earthquake and damage this Scizor. So I am going to take a little bit of damage from the from the rocks, but it's not a big deal. As long as I don't die in one hit, then we're perfectly fine here. So what I'm going to do is go straight for the Earthquake. He does go for the Roost, which actually kind of scared me, because even though Mudsdale has a big attack stat, it doesn't matter if I don't do at least half, and I'm not going to do at least half because Mega Scizor is extremely bulky. So maybe I should have slapped the Choice Band on this thing. I think I have leftovers. Yeah, I have leftovers on this Mudsdale. I should have put a Choice Band on him because, honestly, you guys are going to see the team in the description too. He just has 4 attacks and leftovers. If I'm going to use 4 attacks, I might as well put some kind of Assault Vest or Choice Band on him. I do take 1 Bullet Punch, not well at all, much worse than I thought I was going to. But you guys are gonna see here, I actually end up getting a critical hit, and I kill the Scizor. I deserve it, okay? I deserve every piece of hacks I get. I never hit Stone Edge. I get crit every time. I get frozen every chance I get. I deserve that critical hit, okay? And not only did I deserve that critical hit, I deserved it again because I actually went the hard way, risked losing just to send out Mudsdale just for you guys, okay? So I deserve it, all right? Anyways, go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate you guys. Hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday. Hope you guys are going to have a great New Year's as well. But until the next battle, I will be chilling in my room, resting, because I'm tired. I hate long flights, all right? You ever flown from the east to the west? It's like 6 hours. No. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Bye.